has been really solid from them. And then just a lot of midfield control. That way they can keep that really fast-paced, kind of oppressive offense going where they just lock you down in your half, shot after shot. That's what I'm looking for. Game 1, though, is now underway here, Spaceman, and I could not be more excited.
Yeah, both these teams coming into this matchup are 2-1. So if you lose this, you get a second life. You drop down to the mid round at 2-2, and at that point, your entire tournament's on the line. But if you win, you move into top 8. You join the likes of Dignitas and FaZe Clan, who both sit at a perfect record throughout, and Dig, who has yet to drop a matchup here in this major. But Ground Zero at 3rd seed, and Sandrock at 4th. And early on, it's Ground Zero who open up this series with a 1-0 lead, and Express yet again getting on the board.
It's solid one out of Express, man. If you look to anybody on Ground Zero, I think for the weekend that's been having it, you talked a lot about Amphis yesterday or throughout the week thus far. Express has been so impressive to me. He's been everywhere he needs to be. He's had passing plays. He's also just been super in their face and been the one to kind of finish off goals. So Express, somebody definitely keep your eye on throughout this series as it continues. Shot going to pinch out towards net, but wide and across, and that'll allow Express to have a press downfield.
These are some of the dangerous matches you have if you're a Sandrock Gaming player, fan, whatever it might be. You can never underestimate the person on the other side of the field, but for Ground Zero going in, they do have their work cut out for them. Sandrock had a ridiculous win and a very strong one against Furia. Again, a team that also just took down G2 in their prior matchup. So going into this, the confidence is high. Can it translate? Yeah, it does. Ahmad immediately responds onto Ground Zero by taking himself off the sidewall, and we'll tie this one up.
From the sidewall to the ceiling, and the follow-up touch. Disgusting shot from Ahmad, actually. The self-pass off the ground, the quick follow. That's the speed that I was talking about. One that's hard to keep up with at times.
That's what it's going to take in this series. Individual efforts, the ones that are going to blow this game wide open. We have it tied up already. 3:40 to play. And you already believe that Senzo's going to be meeting it in the air, but a great diving save into double commit leads way to a possession for Ground Zero before quickly chopped up, and Ahmad will fly off back to midfield. Express trying to meet it, but Amphis couldn't get the connection as Torsos will fall back into the goal line. A couple of quick bumps, and Ahmad once more on target off the top post. It will not ricochet in. No worries, though. They can fall back from midfield boost, and with these couple of demos, you're looking at a power play. But upfield, it's Amphis trying to get physical, but the takeaway from Sandrock is good yet again.
Battle here through the corner, and Amphis, Ahmad's the one that comes through, brings that up and over the top, and just slots it in. Great shot here, beats out Torsos, and Amphis on the line was expecting Torsos to get a piece of that when he made the jump.
Wish we could get little like goal celebrations in Rocket League where it's just sue and just get that going the entire time. Sorry, I had to do it. 3 minutes to go in this one. Still game 1. If you're just joining us, first series on B Stream, and the second one for Ahmad. The dude's been lights out, man. He's just lighting it up.
Just going off the ceiling once again. Quick read, Ahmad down and able to slot it out just to the side of Express. Can't get there. 3-1 now. 3 minutes left on the clock here in game number 1 as Sandrock Gaming starts to bring up the speed.
3 goals for Ahmad. Been very, very clinical early on. He's been doing just fine. He's been doing okay.
He's not bad at the game, man.
No, he's I think he's what? High diamond? I'm just kidding. He's supersonic legend. They all are. You have to be at this stage. Ahmad, again, will take it from his own back line. He's going to carry it right over midfield. Surely he doesn't get all the way down. It would have been his 4th goal in the game. A hat trick already. And another one dangerously flies towards the net, but more players here as Turk tries to center it. Here comes Ahmad once more. Sandrock Gaming, who a lot have predicted to make it towards that top 8 bracket, have been playing out of their skulls this weekend. And they were able to take it against Furia, trying to replicate that same success in this first series. And for a lot of teams coming in, day 3, you're on qualification point Supersonic for top 8. It's a struggle. Even when you're playing maybe someone you feel is below your stature, you can never underestimate the competition.
No, never can. And I think one of the great things right now in this matchup too, one of the things for both these teams really to look at is that they're 2-1. Both of these teams still have an extra life left in this tournament. So regardless of who wins here, both these teams going to get another look at the pitch here in this tournament. This is not the end of the road for them, though they both want to get this done right now. Nobody wants to have to play more series than they need to.
but a couple of contestant changes in possession. But finally, Amphis has a clean look at the ball, holds his reset for as long as possible, and Ahmad very nicely brings that one back down to the turf. And here comes Turk off the left side. He has full tank of boost, can't win the 50, but where is Ground Zero to meet this ball? Unfortunately, Express was rotating. Holy God, I'm having a stroke. Ahmad will get there in time to the corner.
Are you okay?
No,
Can I get
I'm
a
not.
wellness check on Spaceman? I need to make sure the man is all right.
1 minute and some change on the clock. For Ground Zero, they desperately need this second goal if they want to make this a reality, as Torsos can't get there for the second touch. Cleared away again by Sandrock.
Minute left. Express going to have a whip. That'll drop it down to Amphis, and a big aerial out of Torsos, looking to try and catch that back wall for a double tap, but solid backboard defense from Senzo will break up that play. Opportunity here. Shot backboard once again. Backboard defense is there for Sandrock Gaming.
With half a minute, it's been all of Sandrock, and really, with 4 minutes on the clock, it was all Sandrock after that opening goal. It was a bit of a miss on the defensive end, but they have quickly made up for it. A long, booming touch all the way towards the other side. Amphis is there, but just inconsistencies right now for Ground Zero. They just look a little bit hesitant. Not as confident with their touches. Torsos tries to slow it, but eventually just gives it right back. And here comes Sandrock yet again. The pressure's been relentless. And Supersonic, you talked about it, the offense has to be overwhelming and overbearing. It's been that in this entire game. And as the time dwindles down, it will be a Game 1 win for Sandrock. Very easy in this opening match.
That it will be. This one going to have to touch down, and Sandrock will take it. So, start of the game went the way of Ground Zero there to kick things off in that opening goal. But from that point, after that first goal for Sandrock, you could see the speed start to come up out of Ahmad and start to lead this team downfield. And he gets 3 goals, hat trick, on the first match, and they will take down first game in the series.
Ahmad was just clinical in that first game, and really also the help of his teammates being able to facilitate taking the ball away from Ground Zero and off of the opening goal. I mean, the confidence was there for Ground Zero, but what lacked in that entire game, I guess, was the structure offensively. There was no counterattack because there was no opportunity to have one, and they just were not able to control possession. It was constantly being taken away by Sandrock, and that's what Sandrock did really well against Furia, and they've replicated that. And you can tell that those are the fundamentals they have fixed and they have worked on continuously, and Sandrock are showing that polish is now carrying over towards this environment where on land they are showing up and competing with the best, and they're doing it right now. Sandrock are absolutely controlling the start of this series, Supersonic.
Yeah, the speed's just been there from them, right? That midfield control I was talking about, getting up quick, making sure that you win those battles. The few times that they have, or I guess more than a few times, but they let the ball come back downfield, there hasn't been an open net, there hasn't been an overcommit. And typically when you see teams start playing at that speed that Sandrock goes at, you tend to have the overcommits. It makes me think of, Fam Region and just the full offense, just attack force, try to break up the play and win the series through offense all day. They don't really have that issue. They always have a good rotation back to net. They have somebody back to make sure that they have that backboard covered or the net covered wherever they need to be. And they don't leave too many holes. So, challenge from the top here. Turk gonna put it down. It's gonna crossbar down and out. Torsos will bring it out.
And those are the kind of looks that should make you scared if you're Ground Zero, where even when you think you have a clean clear on defense, you're immediately getting challenged at the top of the box, and Express can't even manage the reset at this point because you have teammates following up, and the immediate challenge from Sandrock makes it more dangerous. Torsos trying to wrap his way around. Almost a 1/3 doomsy there, but Amphis will try to skirt back to the midfield, and here comes Torsos yet again, circling back in on the play. A lot of boost to get this one up midfield. Express will grab the corner, so resources there for Ground Zero, and now if you're Sandrock, you're playing his individual challenges, but you've been doing that in Game 1, and it's been working out quite nicely. We've learned about a minute so far in this Game 2. It has not looked promising. A great redirect that's on target, and how scary is that, when even when you're back on defense, Ground Zero have to be ready for a shot.
Well, that's also something that they do really well there, right? So Senzo, we talk about it where teams just kind of throw away possession. Senzo knows that they need to clear the ball. They need to get pressure relieved. But he does it in a way that puts a shot on net that's a threat that forces them to have to do a clear into their own corner, which buys a couple extra seconds. So rather than just booming the ball wherever it may go downfield, he at least turns it into a threatening shot that has to be responded to.
And that's really what the key's been, and kind of the boiled down residue of Sandrock and the majority of this LAN has just been they are threatening constantly. They've been playing so polished. And Super, we saw them, back at We Play a couple of months ago, and it took a while for them to get going, but when they did, they were impressive. They just needed to hit that next level of polish and consistency in their gameplay, and, well, they've clearly done that. They have been lights out, and they've continued so far in Game 2, just looking for their opening goal. The defense has been great at the moment for Ground Zero, but it hasn't translated into a counterattack downfield. They've been able to grab boost, and they've overextended for those back corners, but what's come of it? Not much. Amphis from the side wall, trying to meet it from the ceiling. Has a lot of boost. That one's off the backboard, easily read by Ahmad, who will get the demo and lead way to Turk getting the recovery on the ball. Turk right over. That's going to ricochet down. Could be a waterfall opportunity, but saved yet again. No opening goals here in Game 2.
Yeah, solid backboard defense there from Amphis, which cleared it out. Torsauce looking to beat out Turk there, and nobody will be able to follow up that touch as Ahmad just forces out into the corner. Pass a miss it from Express. Express going to get into a little bit of bully action there. If I can't have the ball, that's fine. I'll take the player, and he's Ahmad right out of the play. Ben has a shot. No, Turk tries to get involved there. I think he had the ground pinch, but Turk getting involved ends up taking it away from Senzo.
The challenges have been a little bit more clean for Ground Zero in this game, too. And now we're starting to see some demos and the physicality come out from both sides. So nobody quite comfortable yet with a sustained drive downfield. That ball is ricocheted around both backboards numerous times. Senzo gets bumped off the play, but recovers nicely, and he flips it around both. Senzo opens it up for Sandrock. A minute 34, but this type of play is what's kept Sandrock in the lead the majority of this series.
Man, somehow Pumps break after getting bumped forward, is able to recover out of it, and then still with the quick reaction time to get that little flip in and slots it perfectly inside that right side post. Sandrock up 1-0 now, really just from a great heads-up play and reaction out of Senzo.
Could it be 2-0? Another quality shot. Turk with only 47 boost, and Senzo who'll grab the back corner. Now Amphis on a breakaway chance, gets it towards the front of the net, but look how far back everyone from Ground Zero is playing. Torsauce worried about that overextension. That was a target double tap from Senzo. Gets blocked away in time. It was a great shot, but better defense. Now the pressure is currently on Ground Zero with a minute left. You have to take the ball away and tie this game up. Ahmad trying to dunk it through, but it will not come in.
Scary here. Ground Zero needs to get something going. They do not want to go down 2 to start. They need 1 goal, at least get this into overtime. Other things a little scary for them is Senzo starts heating up. He becomes a monster. He's the one you want to stay quiet. He was quiet through game 1, but unfortunately for them, Ahmad stepped up huge in game 1. Looking to get it past Express. Can't get under it. You see that little wave dash from Ahmad. He was trying to get just underneath the ball, but as he did that wave dash, the front left fender there kind of caught a piece of the ball and it rolled and didn't end up picking it up. Powerful shot out of Torsauce, but it's going to be just high.
And those are the type of shots that Ground Zero was hitting yesterday, and Express has been neutralized in this one. Ahmad just 1v2ing his way downfield. A breakaway chance. They have to score here. Ground Zero, your last-ditch effort. 1 more push upfield, but Turk just denies it all. The dude is shutting it down, and off the backboard, this one will go. There comes a chance. Double it up. It's Ahmad to close out game 2.
2 goals, 2 game wins for them here, and if you're going to end a game 2, ending it 1-0, yeah, going down and being down 2 games feels rough. But when Sandrock comes in and in the final second also scores a goal, that just adds that little bit of insult to injury there. That's going to make this game 3 even harder coming in for the mental game on Ground Zero. They're going to really, really have to show that mental fortitude here to shake that off and get back in for this game 3.
Man, they have just been controlling every single pace. Supersonic. Sandrock
so handsome.
Yeah, they're just not missing a beat. Neither is Orb, by the way. Shout out to him for doing a very difficult job this weekend. People very quickly underestimate how floor hosting can be, and he's killing it. But speaking of killing it...
never know what you're going to get in an interview. You never know.
Speaking of killing it, Sandrock are just dominating this entire series, and they're showing you exactly what they did against Furia, why it worked so well. Again, Furia was not a pushover either. Furia took down G2. Here comes Sandrock, throwing haymakers, and they're just handling every situation with the poise we've expected from them, and they're doing it consistently, whether the offense is controlling the possession time, controlling the power plays downfield, controlling passing to one another. Individually, this team can beat you with their mechanics, but also their speed is what you expect from a region that has that level of competition playing for top 8s at this point.
And I think that the big thing is that we're not seeing double commits. We're not seeing that type of problem, which, again, I said in game 1 is something that's problematic when these teams start trying to play faster and faster Rocket League, is you start to see more and more mistakes. The third man position for Sandrock, regardless of which one of them is in it at the time, has been solid. They have not overcommitted and put them into a situation that they don't want to be in.
It's the beautiful thing about Rocket League. When you see a team that's just in the flow, they can absolutely destroy a series. So far, it's been all of Sandrock. We had one goal to open the series by Ground Zero, and that was it. We've gone, what, 10 minutes straight without a goal from Ground Zero? They have yet to respond. They have yet to respond.
Yeah, 5 unanswered. Then that, again, it's all mental fortitude at this point. It's can they pull this together? They've got to regain. They need this W right here. Obviously, they need the W, but if they want to stay in it, they need it. I think if they don't get the opening goal here, I think it's over.
Well, you got Torsos trying to be a bully in the back of the net, and we've seen this multiple times now for Ground Zero, where they have elected to play one man down and push that pressure all the way back to the side of Sandrock Gaming to get someone out of the play, but it hasn't panned out to anything supersonic. They've been looking for those physical plays and those boost grabs, but they haven't had any sustained offense. So is it worth that man upfield?
You got to send them. Somebody's got to go forward, and Ahmad's going to come forward to make sure that one goes through and secures the opening goal of Game 3 for Sandrock Gaming. 6 goals now unanswered by Ground Zero.
It's just one more extra nail in the coffin for this series if Ground Zero cannot respond. Now, again, Ground Zero will have a second life. They will be 2-2 if they drop this series. They will have an opportunity to bring things back, but it just makes their road to top 8 even harder at that point. You only get one more series to lose, and at that point, your Fall Major run is done. For Sandrock, you win this, you've qualified for top 8, and man, what a way to do it in a 3-0 sweep. They are just dominating. Ampus, but the ground pinch won't work. Ahmad easily reads it twice, will get the 50 win, and Turk from deep, can't get it, but the logo shot's good enough. And those are the type of threatening shots that Sandrock will start to pull off with this lead.
Back click, secondary touch. The follow-up here from Senzo forces it through and sending everyone they can down that wall to try and stop Senzo's approach, and they just cannot win a 50 to save their lives right now.
Just under 3 minutes to play. Time quickly dwindles away when you're in this spot for Ground Zero. It feels like everything takes so long to come to fruition, and now, how do you get the ball back? You've been losing these challenges, the 50s, the possessions. Where do you go from here? Turk keeps it on the ground. It's a 50 win yet again for Sandrock. No one else to follow up, but they're more than happy to fall off the play because, well, Ground Zero have not proven that they can score with the ball. Even with that double tap, it's quickly saved, denied, and shoveled out to the corner. And we get back to midfield. Express cuts it off, but where is Ground Zero? Where is the follow-up, the second chance opportunities, the offensive rebounds? It's just not coming through. Express can't get the same kind of goal he had yesterday, and we go back to midfield.
Just about 12 minutes without a goal now for Ground Zero here. Approaching 13, and got to find... Oh, great decision there from Express to go ahead and pull back off that one for the moment, but again, not able to then get back into it and push that ball past that second player coming through. And Sandrock, once again, you see the retreat from Sandrock. They're perfectly comfortable going down. You know what? This isn't the attack, because on the next one, we're going to bait it down, and we're just going to do a counter attack and send one flying. Overcommit for Ground Zero, opens the net. Senzo sends it. You know, that demo probably opened up the net a little bit too. Might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, I think that might have been a sledgehammer into the coffin of Ground Zero after that. That might be everything. It's
that final nail. That final nail. They got the two-handed hammer out to just slam it in.
Also, remember, Super, like, this is without O'Callaghan. This is with a sub right now for Sandrock. Like, they are stomping their way through to top 8. This is not a team that looks like there is a sub. This looks like a full-fledged roster. The talent out there, and I'm so glad that we got to add, well, all the regions that we got to add this RLCS, but the MENA region coming in and these guys getting to show up here and show what they can do. One of the best storylines to come for this RLCS. Well, you got about 40 seconds to kill this one. If you're Sandrock, basically just run out the clock, victory formation. For Ground Zero, desperately needing a goal. They've gone 15 minutes without one. Torsos to Amphis, the redirect, but it's just not enough power. Here comes Express, can't punch it through. No matter what you do, you can't buy a goal. It's not coming. Sandrock Gaming refusing to let anything through. 15 minutes without a single goal. It's just so hard to watch. See ya.
It's done. It's done.
Bye.
That was the final moment there for Ground Zero. They got the double commit, 2 players, and they shoot it near post on the side that both players committed to. They had the whole left side of the net open. They take the shot to the right. Players recover, make the save, and because of the commit downfield to try and secure that goal, it turns into another counterattack for Sandrock Gaming.
Oh, man.
At this point, it's over. Ahmad, why? Why must you do this to them? It's done, man. It's done.
Yeah, Sandrock turned into Mike Tyson walking into the lunchroom, just beating everybody up. This one's done. 13 seconds to go. It's an analogy.
Down,
Shut up.
360 flip reset touch, because why not, Ahmad? Why not?
GG's all around. Ground Zero going to move down to 2-2. Sandrock Gaming, welcome to top 8. An insane performance. Someone had to believe in Ground Zero, but quickly Sandrock are like, Spaceman, you're an idiot. Just dominated this series.
Hey!
Whatever. Doggy bag goal for the road. That's
you get one in the opening seconds. You get one at the 0 second to close it out. Unfortunately, you needed a few more there in the middle. But this is not the end of the road for Ground Zero. Sandrock Gaming will move on 2-2 now